Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Just Another Talk. And on this episode, we're going to be watching a video where she f***ed around and found out.
A refugees welcome open border activist invited
Okay.
an African migrant to stay in her home. What could possibly go
boy.
wrong? Estabali's
Nothing, of
courtesan
course.
started with the best of intentions.
Bueno, yo le conocí, a ver, yo estoy en una plataforma que ayudamos a personas inmigrantes y refugiadas.
She really did commit to the cause.
Entonces acogemos en nuestra casa a chicos que están en situación de calle y, por ejemplo, en mi casa pues venían a dormir al sofá.
A middle-aged woman inviting random African boys to sleep on a sofa. Look, she just
Oh,
wanted
boy.
to help.
Entonces, esta persona había estado en casa de
Someone's
unos
house.
compañeros durante un mes. Yo
For
estaba
a month,
buscando
I
un
was looking
inquilino,
for a
él buscaba
tenant.
habitación, me dijeron que
Okay.
no habían tenido ningún problema con él.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We've had absolutely no problems with him.
Until
Honestly,
Y por eso le cogí.
it was then that her nightmare began.
¿No ves?
now. See?
Otra vez las luces encendidas.
Okay, that's not that
Está
bad. The lights are on.
pensamiento fuera.
House is a total pigsty.
Todos los días. La casa.
Okay, the whole house.
Todo encendido.
There's been a little cultural enrichment
Okay,
in
the
the
lights are
bathroom.
on. All right. I guess
Si quiero
I'd be annoyed.
utilizar el baño o ducharme, esto es con lo que me encuentro cada día.
He hates her dog and has zero respect for her property.
Esta es la silla que tiene.
Wait. So what, there's water on the floor? Is that a mop in the shower? Okay. All right, let's see if it gets worse.
Con lo que me encuentro cada día.
He hates her dog and has zero respect for her property.
Esta es la silla que tiene para estudiar.
Este es el carrito de mi perra que lo odia a muerte. Pero a muerte. Porque mira
Hates
cómo
her dog.
así trata mis cosas.
And suffice to say, doesn't appear very grateful.
You think? Hey, yo.
But it gets
Oh,
worse.
nah.
Pues mira, él desde que se levantaba hasta que se acostaba, su
Until he
único
went to
objetivo era
bed,
molestarme. Entonces, por
he
ejemplo,
would
a las
bother
12 de la
me.
noche se levantaba al baño y dejaba las luces encendidas. Tenía que levantarme a apagarlas. A las 2 de la madrugada, lo mismo, me tenía que levantar a apagarlas. A las 6
You invited a wild animal into your house. Like, I don't understand why people think that folks who grew up in a third world country, not all of them, but grew up in a third world country and in a place where there are no rules, it's dog eat dog for lack of a better term. You can bring them into society and they will perform the way that you perform. No, like some of these people can assimilate for sure. I don't contest that. But there are also people who won't and can't, which is one of the reasons their country is so bad. Now, there are other factors why the countries are bad, and I can acknowledge that as well. There's a level where this suicidal empathy is not going to get you very far. It's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve.
de la mañana, él se levantaba, ponía música, ponía un montón de alarmas con el móvil, ponía todas las luces encendidas, abría la ventana,
Just an utter cacophony of endless noise and disruption.
todo,
Right.
poniendo la
Just
televisión
annoying.
hasta las 12 de la noche a tope para que no pueda dormir.
Damn.
Llevo, pues, he estado más o menos un año durmiendo 3 horas al día.
A
It was
year?
at this point
Oh,
you might
nah.
think she'd be
Nah.
doubting diversity's our greatest strength, but
Nope.
it gets worse again.
Una vez, sí, una vez llegué a casa,
Okay.
en el comedor, pues en la sala yo me senté a cenar,
Ew.
él estaba con el portátil y estaba viendo.
He was
Had to blur
watching.
it, but you can take a
Nah. Oh my God, it cannot get any worse. My goodness. Yeah, he needs to, like, why just kick him out? What do you mean? Kick him out. Change the locks.
wild guess at what he was watching on his laptop. This
Oh,
went
yeah,
on
we
for an
know.
entire year, and because of her pathological altruism, she endured it.
Esto lo
y
hace para
alguna vez,
sacarte
pues,
de
me
tus
dice algo y se
casillas,
toca
para
sus
intentar que te
partes.
vayas, para
Yeah.
acampar a sus
Claro,
anchas
claro.
en la casa, o esto
Sí,
¿por qué
sí.
lo hace? ¿No tiene suficiente?
Y son 11 meses y no se cansa.
But it gets worse again. Having
Yeah, he's
acknowledged
trying to
that
get
she
her to leave.
literally invited a psycho into her home.
O sea, yo estoy convencida que es un
I'm
psicópata.
convinced he's a
Establis came up
psychopath.
with a smart idea to fix the situation. Bring in another migrant to talk to the unwanted tenant and just convince him to be reasonable. Yeah, that went well. The unwanted tenant tried to bite the other migrant's face.
No way. Wait. So one savage tried to attack another one? Wait a sec. Faced with the refusal of a man to leave the house, I don't know how to pronounce her name, turned to a foreign acquaintance of the same origin as I don't know how to say that either, in the hope that he could reason with him. The attempt ended in aggression. They argued in Arabic, and the squatter ended up biting his friend in the face, who had to be hospitalized and receive 10 stitches. Damn, he needs rabies shots too, and a tetanus shot too, just in case. That's crazy work.
I never thought leopards would eat my face, sobs woman who voted for the leopards eating people's faces party. He then harassed her, abused her with nasty insults, and assaulted a female friend who had visited the house in an attempt to
Damn.
mediate. Suffering a nervous breakdown, her life had become a living hell.
Bueno,
Yeah,
tengo
of course.
psicólogo desde hace un mes o así.
When social services ignored her plea,
Fui a la casa de la mujer y claro, como todo este tema no es violencia de género, no es mi pareja, pues...
Wow. So because, oh wow, talk about a caveat. What a loophole. She's gonna have to leave.
En ningún sitio me han ayudado.
Esty Belize finally contacted the police, only to be told that squatters have rights and that
No
she'd have
way.
to continue to pay for him to live there.
What?
But don't go away, because I'll tell you what we know about what happened in the end. This all
Uh-oh.
happened in Spain, which just handed legal status to 500,000 undocumented migrants, bypassing Parliament entirely to do it. As Ground News' bias coverage shows, left-leaning outlets like IB Times are framing this as an act of economic necessity. PM Pedro Sanchez calling it an act of justice for people Spain needs to sustain its aging workforce. Meanwhile, right-leaning outlets like The Figaro are calling it a betrayal and a catastrophe for all.
That's insane. Also, when they say, oh, our workforce is too old and dwindling and we need these people to come in. No, you want these people to come in because they're cheap labor.
All of Europe, with the conservative opposition in Spain labelling it outright treason and vowing to challenge it in court. The right frames this as a government bypassing democratic checks to push through an unpopular policy. This is why
You
I
think?
use Ground News. They're the only app showing me the full picture on the stories that actually matter. By pulling coverage from across the political spectrum and showing you each source's political lean and financial backing, you stop reacting to headlines and start understanding what's actually going on. Try it for yourself at ground.news/PJ via the link below, or scan the QR code on screen. Ground News cuts through the noise. Instead of drowning in takes, trying
that
to
was a good
separate
ad. I'll
fact
give them
from
that.
spin, they give you the full story in one clean format. The best part? Ground News isn't a new habit to build. It's just a smarter version of the scrolling you're already doing. One look at their blind spot feed and you'll see how many outlets are covering this Spain story, and which ones aren't touching it at all. I've never felt more in control of what I actually believe.
Maybe I
Ground
should
News
use
has become
Ground
a
News.
daily essential for me, and I got my viewers
Oh, yeah?
40% off the same unlimited Vantage plan I use.
Did
Just go
you?
to ground.news/PJW or scan the QR code on screen. That's just $5 a month to stop being told what to think. And if you've got that one friend who's going to have very strong opinions on Spain's immigration policy based entirely on one biased article, save yourself the argument and send the link instead. Ground News is independently owned and subscriber funded. Their only job is to hold the media accountable. Join that fight at ground.news/PJW. She desperately launched a petition complaining the migrant squatter had more rights than her, a Spanish citizen. Then the migrant changed the locks, and she was forced to leave entirely and sleep on a closed
Wow.
couch, taunting her.
Why not just stop paying the rent?
Further, he even brought in garbage from the
Damn.
street and sent her videos of a trashed
Jesus, you
apartment.
sure that's not
Esther
just
Belize
how
had
he
been
lives?
politically active for years, helping African migrants in their own countries. Yeah, probably should have left it at that. She also previously posted this on Facebook, defending African migrants for illegally invading Spain, while also legitimizing illegal boat migration on the basis that European countries import minerals and food from Africa. But
Wow.
get this. Even after everything she went through, Esther Belize still refused to divulge the migrant's country of origin to the media because
I
she
wonder
doesn't
why.
want to contribute to existing racism. You knew it was coming.
Right.
And any shred of sympathy I had for her just vanished. I mean, pick your parable, because there are many. Orcs welcome a few years later. We don't feel safe. A campaigner for Podemos, the far-left ruling party that just legalised 500,000 illegals. Esther Belize is the living embodiment of you reap what you sow. She literally got what she voted for.
Literally. Women signing petitions to import millions of third world migrants right after posting about how scary it is to walk alone at night.
Yeah, you know all those viral videos where left-wing pro-mass migration people are asked if they want to house one in their own home?
We're from Homes for Humanity. Channel migrants can't move in. We're just trying to see if people can actually take a new home. Sign people up so people can take channel migrants.
Don't think we're doing
Starting to make a
Of
whole
course
lot more
not.
sense. So what happened in the end? Did she manage to get him evicted? Did she get her home back? Nobody really knows. The eviction
What?
process dragged on for months and months. Kick him out, she said, I'd love to, but it could take years before they evict him. And there's been no mention
Wow.
whatsoever of her plight in media coverage since. She's
Of course,
also
there's
made
not
no
going to
further
be.
mention of it on her Facebook page or petition, which is still active. So presumably the unwelcome guest is still holed up in her apartment. I mean, imagine the smell. You don't think she'll be repeating that little stunt ever again? Estebiles' story serves as a microcosm for the whole country. Spain's socialist government having regularised 500,000 illegals with more to
Damn.
follow, causing a functional collapse of social services across Madrid.
Of course. Jesus. This is zombie invasion?
While elderly Spaniards are being forced to camp homeless on the street, the new arrivals are literally trying to break into Spaniards' homes.
Que alguien llame a la policía.
Someone call the police. Please call the police.
Los estoy grabando. Esto es propiedad privada. No puedes estar ahí bajo ningún concepto.
They don't even care.
Knowing the system
They probably don't even understand what she's saying. They don't even, not one care in the world.
will allow them to squat there for years and years.
Wow. What the hell? That boy look like an Enderman. Oh, they're taking...
With many citizens
That's
now
crazy.
forced to fork out huge amounts to private security firms to try to evict them.
Hey, yo.
Unfortunately for Europe as a whole, until mass deportations happen, there isn't enough private security in the world to make a dent on what our political elites have invited in.
Wow. Wow. What what can you say? You f***ed around and you found out. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and until next time.